Dear students, welcome to my channel. Hope you all are doing well. I know you all are missing your classes. I pray to God that soon we get rid of this pandemic and everything gets done like before. This lecture is for BSc Part 2, uh, third sem students, and the paper is Plant Anatomy, and the name of the topic is Plant Tissues. Actually, this topic is very long, so that's why I have divided this chapter into two parts: plant tissue part 1 and plant tissue part 2. This is plant tissue part 1. Tissues. In higher plants like vascular cryptogams and spermatophytes, vascular cryptogams are those plants in which sex organs are hidden and having vascular tissues, whereas spermatophytes are those plants in which seeds are present like angiosperms and gymnosperms. So in higher plants like pteridophytes, angiosperms and gymnosperms, highly complex plant body is found which is consist of various kinds of cells. These groups of cells perform specific functions. So, tissue can be defined as similar or dissimilar cells that perform a common function and are having common origin. So, this is described as tissue. Tissue is divided into three parts: meristematic tissues, permanent tissues and secretory tissues. Meristematic tissues are a group of cells that have ability to develop structure but do not themselves constitute meristems. They remain always meristematic. And number two, permanent tissues. Permanent tissues further divided into two parts: simple permanent tissues and complex permanent tissues. Simple permanent tissues are made up of only one type of cells. They are further divided into parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma further divided into two parts: fiber and sclerates, whereas complex permanent tissues are made up of many types of cells. They are further divided into xylem and phloem. So number one is meristematic tissues. Meristematic tissues have rounded, oval, polygonal, and they are compactly arranged cells, and there is no intercellular spaces. And number two, they have a cellulosic cell wall, dense protoplasm, and very small vacuole, but prominent nucleus. And they do not store reserve food material, and they divide in particular plane actually. And on the basis of the classification of meristems and on the basis of the position in plant body, and meristematic tissues are classified into three parts: apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristem. Number one, apical meristem. Apical meristem located on the growing apices of the root and main and lateral shoots. When apical meristem present at the apex of the root, it is called root meristem. And when it is present at the apex of the shoot, it is called shoot meristem. Apical meristem, apical root meristem, when the meristem present at the tip of the root. So this is root apical meristem. Root apical meristem divided into five parts: root cap initials, protoderm, ground meristem, procambium and root cap. At the tip of the root apical meristem, root cap is found, and below the root cap, apical meristem is found. So meristem is present in subterminal position. And then the area of elongation, area of maturation, and area of root hairs. Number second, lateral meristem. Lateral meristem, this meristem divide in one plane, especially periclinal, and increase the diameter of an organ. So the main function of intercalary meristem is lateral meristem is to increase the girth of the stem. मतलब stem की मोटाई को बढ़ाने का काम lateral meristem का होता है. Example cambium and cork-cambium. They are found during secondary growth in woody plants. Number 3 is intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristems are responsible for growth in length. इनका काम लंबाई बढ़ाने का होता है and present mostly at the base of the node. In the case of Mentha viridis, they are found at the base of the node. Sometimes they are present at the base of the internode. In grasses, wheat, etc., they are found at the base of the internode. And at the base of the leaf also, in the case of pinus, they are found at the base of the leaf. So these are the three different type of meristematic tissues, meristems, on the basis of the position. And number 1 apical, number 2 lateral, and number 3 is intercalary meristem. Next one. Permanent tissues. Permanent tissues are made up of mature cells. They are originated from meristematic tissues and become permanent and fixed position in the plant body. These cells possess definite shape, size and functions. So, permanent tissues are further divided into two parts: simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissues. Number 1, simple permanent tissues. Simple permanent tissues are made up of only one type of cells. So these type of tissues are consist of only one type of cells, and they are further divided into three parts: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Number 1, parenchyma. Parenchymatous cells are most simple and unspecialized tissue which is concerned with the vegetative plant body. And they are found in epidermis, cortex, and the cells of pith, pericycle, in mesophyll cells, in the pulp of the fruit, in xylem parenchyma, in phloem parenchyma, etc. And when we talk about the parenchymatous tissues, they are of four types. Number 1, prosenchyma. Number 2, arenchyma. Number 3, stellate parenchyma. And number 4, storage parenchyma. And number 1 is prosenchyma. And prosenchyma, when parenchymatous cells become thick-walled, elongated with pointed ends and to provide the mechanical support, protection and conduction. Such type of tissues are called prosenchyma. And example, they are found in pericycles of some plants. And number 2, arenchyma. Arenchyma are found in some aquatic plants, and in these type of plants, intercellular spaces between the cell become very wide and filled with the air. And such cells having large spaces which are filled with air and which provide, actually this air provide buoyancy and to plant, and they are mostly found in the cortex of the aquatic plants. Example, hydrilla plant. And next number is stellate parenchyma. Sometimes the space of the parenchyma cells become star shape. and with short arms is called stellate parenchyma, and generally they are found in the petiole of banana canna plant. And number 3 is uh, chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma, some parenchymatous cells contain chloroplast and perform the function of photosynthesis, which develop chlorophyll in the mesophyll cells and perform the function of photosynthesis. These type of cells are called chlorenchyma. These are the mesophyll cells, and these are green chloroplast, and they perform the function of photosynthesis. Next is storage parenchyma. Storage parenchyma, they store reserve food material like sugar, protein, oil, and they are called storage parenchyma. And example fruits, storage roots, etc. The reserve food material mostly is starch. And the function of the parenchymatous cells, the main function is storage. They store reserve food material, and they store water in the case of succulents, and they provide buoyancy and gaseous exchange in water plants, in aquatic plants, and also provide rigidity and to plants body due to turgidity, and help to maintain the shape of the plant body. Next type of tissue are cholenchymatous tissues. Cholenchyma are living tissues, and they are found in primary plant body. Cell wall shows thickening due to the presence of pectin, hemicellulose and cellulose. They are never lignified. That means lignin is not present, and have high water absorbing capacity. They are plastic extensible. They are found in hypodermis of dicot stem. Example, helianthus, and they are absent in monocots and in roots. And they are of three types: lamellar cholenchyma, angular cholenchyma, and lacunate cholenchyma. Number 1, number A is lamellar cholenchyma. Lamellar cholenchyma, in such type of cholenchyma, thickening deposited at the tangential wall of the cell, and they look like a plate, parallel plate. Example, hypodermis of sunflower stem. You see this picture, and in the tangential wall thickening is deposited. So the differentiation on the basis of the deposition of thickening actually. And number 2, angular angular cholenchyma. And angular cholenchyma, in such type of cells, thickening material deposited at the angle of the cells. So at the angle of the cell, this is number B, angular cholenchyma. You can see thickening is deposited at the angle. Example, tomato, dhatura plant, potato, etc. And number 3 is lacunate cholenchyma. And number C is, this is the picture of lacunate cholenchyma. And in lacunate cholenchyma, thickening material is deposited on the bordering the intercellular spaces. Example, hypodermis of cucurbita stem. You can see the thickening is deposited in the border of the intercellular space. So डिपोजिशन ऑफ थिकनिंग मटेरियल के बेसिस पर ये 3 पार्ट में डिवाइडेड है. इसमें ये जो थिकनिंग मटेरियल है वो टेंजेंशियल वॉल पे डिपॉजिट है, जिसकी वजह से ये प्लेट जैसी अपीयरेंस दे रहे हैं। इसमें एंगल्स पर डिपॉजिट है और इसके अंदर जो इंटरसेलुलर स्पेस है उसके बॉर्डर के ऊपर डिपॉजिट है। तो ये 3 टाइप के कोलेनकाइमेटा सेल्स होते हैं। नाउ फंक्शंस ऑफ कोलेनकाइमेटा सेल्स। नंबर 1, they are chief supporting tissues in young dicot stem and has capacity to expand and gives a tensile strength to the plant body. Number 2, it is present at the margin of some leaves and resist tearing effect of the wind. Number 3 is some colenecymatous cells possess chloroplast and perform photosynthesis. Next, number third type of permanent tissues are sclerenchymatous tissues. Sclerenchymatous tissues consist of thick-walled dead cells. They vary in shape, size, and origin, and possess thick secondary wall due to the deposition of lignin. Excuse me. In the beginning, they are living, but due to the deposition of lignin, after some time, they become dead. Spelling of dead is wrong. DEAD actually. They are of 2 types, fibers and sclerates. Number 1, fibers. Fibers are sclerenchymatous tissues consisting of long, elongated cells with pointed ends called fibers. The thickening is due to deposition of lignin. Length range between 2 to 550 millimeter in angiosperms and 1 to 12 millimeter in gymnosperms. Some of the longest fiber-yielding plants are Linum eusitatismum, Corpus capsularis, Cannabis sativa. They are originated from Procambium or Cambium or from ground meristem. Types of fibers. Fibers are of 3 types. Number 1, surface fiber. Number 2, wood fiber. Number 3, bast fibers. Number 1, surface fibers. They are present over the surface of the plant organs called surface fibers. Example, cotton fibers. They are found in the testa of the seeds and mesocarp fibers of coconut. This picture is showing a cotton plant in which from the seeds many hairs or many surface fibers develop. These are lint and fuzz, 2 type of surface fibers are here. Surface fibers of cotton. So this is the example. This is the picture of cotton. And number 2, wood fibers. Wood fibers present in the secondary xylem are called wood fibers. They are of 2 types, libriform fibers and fiber trachees. Number 3, bast fibers. Bast fibers, this type of fibers present in the pericycle. Example, Cannabis sativa, and sometimes they are present in the phloem. Example, Corporus capsularis. This picture is showing bast fiber from the Linum eusitatissimum. This is fiber from the Linum plant. These fibers are also called extraxillary fibers. Functions of fibers. Fibers provide mechanical support, strength to the plant part, And number 2, they help in conduction when present in secondary xylem actually. Surface fibers. Number 3, surface fibers. Surface fibers actually present on the surface of the seeds, and they help also in the dispersal of fruits and seeds. Next, sclerates. Sclerates are short and having extremely thick lamellated lignified wall, and they are long, tubular, having simple pits, and mostly found in hard endocarp of almond, coconut plants, and they are found in the endocarp of the almond and coconut plants. They are of 5 types especially. Number 1, stone cells. These are small and more or less isodiametric in shape and found in cortex with phloem and pulp of the fruits. Example, pyrus. Number 2, bone cells. These are bone-shaped sclerates. Example, they are found in the leaf of Heckia plants. This is the example. And stellate cells. Stellate cells, they are hair-like star-shaped structure in the intercellular spaces in the leaves, stem of some hydrophytes. And rod cells, and they are rod-shaped elongated structures found in the leaves, cortex, and stem, and found in the seed coats actually. So these are the examples, and main function of sclerates, they provide mechanical support to the soft part and give hardness to the parts possessing them. So this is the end of my presentation. Thanks for watching me. Stay at home and stay tuned for my next lecture. Till then, goodbye.